Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Main Six podcast. I'm Violet Shaw, and I'm here with...
Zara Smith.
Duncan Taylor.
And Jaron O'Shea.
And today, we are going to be doing Am I the Terrible Person? And we're going to be reading Reddit stories and deciding, are they the terrible person, or are they not?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So first, we have, Am I the terrible person for refusing to attend my sister's fourth wedding?
Fourth wedding.
Fourth
That's
wedding
crazy.
is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's a big one.
Goodness gracious.
My sister is about to get married for the fourth time, but this is her second marriage. Confused? Let me explain. My sister Emily, 39 female, got married when she was 20 to Adam. She had Eliza, 12, and Ryan, 10, with Adam, but Adam sadly died when the kids were 3 and 5. Emily met John, 42 male, a year later at a group for widow parents. They started dating about 18 months after they met and got married 7 months into a relationship. John has 3 kids with his late wife, who are now 13, 11, and 10. At their first wedding, the kids were unhappy, and as a result, they acted out and ruined the wedding. In reality, the photos were a mess because the kids didn't want to be in them, wouldn't smile, they were fighting, etc. They wouldn't sit together, and one of them knocked over the wedding cake. In addition, there was so much more attention on the kids that Emily and John felt their day had been overshadowed. So they went into therapy, and after a little more than a year, they decided to redo their wedding and try to make it perfect in the second time around. But the kids were still unhappy, and the wedding was still miserable for Emily and John because they had not created a blended family like they wanted. And the kids were very open about this during the wedding, and again, didn't want to sit together or pose for pictures. Emily and John now have almost 2 more kids together. They have a daughter, and Emily's expecting again. They want to retry the wedding once their last child is here. But their kids are still not blended, and their household is intense and messy and not happy in the slightest. They are still in therapy, though. Most of the family are willing to do this so Emily can have a happy wedding, but I made it clear I won't be attending the 4th wedding. Emily told me I should be a supportive younger brother and come to the next wedding. I told her I was at the other 3 and didn't want to attend several more of her weddings because she's trying to create a happy image when her family isn't happy. She told me I should be willing to attend as many as it takes, and this next one is hopefully going to be it. She told me I shouldn't be judging her anyways, that she's doing her best. Am I the terrible person?
I'd say no, because I think after it went wrong the first time, I think that's a sign to not get married. So.
What about you, Jaron?
I personally think that she's perfectly in the right here. I mean, as she just said, first time it doesn't work, maybe it is a sign that the second, third, fourth one is also just not going to work.
Yeah.
So I think she's clearly in the right here.
What about you, Duncan?
Yeah, if those weddings are that terrible, bye-bye.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think she's the terrible person, or he is the terrible person, it's the brother. But I understand that the sister wants, like, a perfect wedding,
Yeah.
but it's come to a point where it's, like, your 4th one.
Yeah. Kind of just got to go with what you have.
Yeah.
Like.
And especially the kids don't even like each other. I think
Yeah.
that's a sign.
Yeah.
If they spend that much time together and they still don't like each other,
Yeah.
I think...
You just
And
gotta
they're how
stop.
old? Like, what, 14?
One's 13 and one's 10.
Yeah,
Yikes.
so that's kind of like old enough to know, like,
And they had 2 more kids together.
yeah.
Mm,
That's,
it's rough, buddy.
So, overall, do we think... Is the brother a terrible person or not?
I think no.
No.
He's not.
I don't think so.
I don't
either.
blame him.
Okay, now that we decided that, I have another one. Am I a terrible person for not splitting my college fund with my dad's affair child?
Oh.
Ooh.
My father dropped a big bomb on our family last year when he revealed that he had a secret son from his affair years ago. After my mom found out and gave him the ultimatum, he cut things off with the other girl, and she moved away until last year when she introduced him to their son, Hank. I really don't care about his latent father instincts since he didn't give the other family any consideration when he broke the news. Thank God my mom divorced him, and now neither my brother Connor, male 18, sister Sophia, female 15, or I want anything to do with him anymore. Here's the thing, though. We have shared college fund that my mom's parents set up for us when we were little. My parents contributed almost half of the money, and my maternal grandparents contributed the other half. The account remains under my mom after the divorce. As far as I know, he stopped contributing to that account after the divorce. Last month, I found out that my dad's been harassing my mom because he wanted to add Hank as a beneficiary to the college fund for my siblings. He's saying that Hank is his son and therefore entitled to the college fund that he set up for me, Connor, and Sophia. My mom told him off, and now he has been going around harassing her online and to their mutual acquaintances and friends, claiming that she is heartless and cruel for taking her anger out on an innocent child. And then he also had the genius idea to reach out to me to put pressure on my mom. He said I should consider opening up my heart to Hank, who grew up without a father and wasn't set up in life like my siblings and me. I left him on red since, honestly, the things I wanted to say to that callous, evil monster may be too much. Yesterday, he changed tactics, and now he said he wanted to withdraw all his part of the money from the account, divided them to make sure Hank has his share, and deposited the rest back into the account, with a caveat that since Connor and I didn't need to use the college fund for tuition since we both have full ride scholarship, the money would be divided into 2 parts for Hank and Sophia instead of 4 parts for his 4 children. And now some of my dad's side of the family and even the other girl are pressuring my mom to agree to that. And I'm praying that she won't. It physically makes me angry that we're being split our money and my dad's a fair child. Even if, yes, I don't need to use the money to pay for school, I will need it in the future. Same with Connor. And I know for a fact he would never use the same reasoning to exclude Connor and I from the fund just to have the money solely for Sophia in the same situation. It's all for Hank. I understand that Hank is innocent and not responsible for his parents' actions, but I don't think of him as my brother. Heck, I don't even think of my father as my father anymore, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, my family consists of me, my siblings, and my mom. That's it. So am I the terrible person? Also, I'm 23, Hank is 14. That's just a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Definitely
So
a lot.
I get where the dad's coming from.
Yeah.
Because he's also putting the money into the bank or like the college fund.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's only fair for, what he did was wrong, obviously. He cheated.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, he did have a kid. And it's only fair that he also includes his kid with his other kids. But I also get where the son's coming from because, I would not like my father if he cheated on my mom and had
Yeah.
that kid. I'll be like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So I get where both of them are coming from, but I think it's wrong of him to, be harassing them. But I also get where he's come from. That he's going to pull his stuff out, give some of it to Hank, split it equally, and then put it back in.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But
What about you, Jaron?
I think that, the dad cheated, did the wrong thing. It's obviously not the son's fault. The son couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little rude to constantly pressure someone and, cyberbully them into, doing what you want them to do, all because you just couldn't, keep a relationship.
Yeah.
yeah.
And just you couldn't be happy with what you had. You had to, go
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
try to greed further.
What about you, Duncan?
I honestly think the dad did too much stuff that was bad to really get to his side.
Yeah. Personally, I think I understand where the dad is kind of going from, but I get because they have a scholarship,
Mhm.
but they do need that money in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
And I understand the son, Hank, I think that's his name, yeah, Hank,
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong. He was a complete outside third party.
Yeah.
'Cause he probably doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah. True.
Maybe he doesn't know that he has other siblings.
Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't know and is I'm getting a college fund. Maybe
It could happen.
it could happen.
I think the dad kind of got what he deserved a little bit
Yeah,
Definitely.
because it's the consequences
yeah,
of his actions.
yeah.
Yes.
And I'm gonna read the last one. Am I the terrible person for Sorry. I got a little sidetracked. Am I the terrible person for... Oh, wait. We need to call Reagan because this is the one I sent her. So
Oh,
we can
yes,
have
yes,
her
yes, yes,
opinion.
yes.
Let's call
We
Reagan.
have an interview with Reagan, and she's gonna also give her opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the number. So *1. Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Reagan.
can you hear us?
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm ready to hear some crazy stories.
So did you get my text I sent you?
Yeah, I did. I read the thing too.
Okay, so we're gonna ask, do you think they are the terrible person?
Well, no, I don't. At the same time, it's really complicated. I feel like the kid did nothing wrong, and I don't know. I don't know if he was told about it. That's like the big thing for me. Like if he was like told about it and was preparing to get that money, I feel like it was kind of a bad thing to do. But at the same time, I think it's the dad's fault. Like it's not the other family's fault, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on it a little bit? Like, what did you...
Yeah, I can. So like when the mom and like the brothers and sisters, like they obviously like deserve that money, but at the same time the dad did contribute to it, and even though he like did a really bad thing and had a kid, so like out of it wedlock. So I mean, like I don't know, it's like really hard because like the kid did nothing wrong. And, like, the dad still contributed that money, even though he did something really bad. So he should be entitled to give it to his kids. But at the same time, when they made that agreement, they only had 3 kids.
Yeah.
They didn't have the 4th one. So I don't think they're in the wrong for being like, no, like, this is what we agreed upon. I just think it really sucks for that one kid that everyone seems to dislike now. I know at the end the guy was like, I don't hate him, but the whole time during the story, it kind of sounded like they hated him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it did.
Well, if you were the dad in this situation, what would you do?
I'd probably, just skip out and take the money, go to Hawaii. That would be my plan.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be my plan.
Well,
No, I for real, I don't know. Like, I think the first thing I would do is not cheat on my wife. But if I did that, I think I would just take the L, and get the money some other way.
Yeah.
Like, I would figure out a different way to support my other child and take the hit that they really know. Because I feel like because he, like, involved the child, and I feel like doing that, like, he knows they don't want to give the money, and they're not going to. So it kind of just puts the child in the worst position, if that makes sense.
yes, it does.
So, like, I wouldn't involve the child at all. I'd keep that all separate and just trying to figure out another way to get some money,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Reagan. I really appreciate
Yeah, of
it, especially
course.
for your busy
Yeah,
schedule.
no problem.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. Anytime. Just call my line.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a couple weeks. I hope you have a great fall break.
Oh, yeah, I hope you guys do, too. So fun seeing you, like, one day before, even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Well,
you so
bye.
much. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Sure.
It's my bad.
Well, guys, that was our last one. And I think we all went on a little roller coaster on deciding who was the terrible person in that situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very much so. Well, that's going to be it for us as the main six. I'm Violet Shaw.
And I'm Zara.
I'm Duncan.
I'm Jaron O'Shea.
Thank you so much.